Hi, it's Michael Farr from Farr, Miller and Washington. Thank you for joining me again this week for our market commentary. This week we wrote about commodity prices. They've fallen a lot, though in recent days they seem to have turned around and are bouncing a little bit. I saw a technical report this morning from Ralph Acampora suggesting that technically he's beginning to see what he thinks may be a double bottom on stocks, that the low that we made in August will hold for the year, and that we could see prices move higher. We know that stocks climb walls of worry, so if people are worried about them and think that indeed we still have a good deal of trouble, that's one of the necessary components to our winning stock recipe. We haven't changed a whole lot in the past week. The S&P 1984 was a very good year. The 10-year Treasury 2.06. We actually got down below 2% over the course of the last week. The dollar is a little bit weaker. A euro now costs $1.12.5. That's a little bit more expensive than it was a week ago. Gold is hanging in at about $1,146 an ounce, and crude oil has recovered a bit, $48.62 a barrel. When I talk about gold and when I talk about currencies, when I talk about commodities like oil, those are some of the prices that I'm watching to determine if the economy is really expanding, if the these commodities are basically going to show you where investors think the economy is going. If we're going to an expansionary phase again, people will start to buy these commodities in anticipation of higher prices to come for those commodities as demand increases in an expanding economy. So they've bounced for now. I'm still concerned that the Fed suggests that they're not going to hit their 2% inflation target until 2018. I'm concerned that on Monday we had a Treasury bill auction, first time ever, yielding 0%. People sent their money to the government for no return whatsoever. So there are some concerns out there. All in all, this basic bounce in the commodity prices is an indicator that I think that is worth watching. It's a little bit of a positive sign in terms of future expectations. This road that we're on of recovery still strikes me as a long one, and it will not be without potholes, and it will not be without its steep and somewhat exhausting climbs. But we're seeing a couple of good signs. Let's smell the roses when we see them, because we certainly have a lot of the other odors that hit us when we don't want them to and that we have to endure. So enjoy a little bit. Keep an eye on commodity prices. I always watch copper. I think maybe we have a bit of a reprieve for a while. If you need a little help sorting through all of this market noise, give us a call at Farr, Miller in Washington. We'd be happy to help you. In Washington, D.C., I'm Michael Farr.